You, like I, are probably a cultural conservative and a patriot. We believe in Britain, we believe in ourselves as Britons, and we believe in the destiny of Britain. And you have every reason to believe in these things. These islands are home to one of the greatest parent societies of the Western world. Home to some of the greatest scientists, engineers, businessmen, and inspirational leaders. And not once, not twice, but 3 or more times our steadfastness, resilience and resourcefulness have come to the aid of Europe. However, politics in Westminster are a mess. Policing, education, health, defence, social care and much more are being eroded. The country is riven by identity politics and a socialist agenda to discard our independence and the history, cultures and traditions on which our society and its security were built. And when I say socialist, I don't mean the old school patriotic working class folk who would have done anything for Britain, and often did. I mean the new breed of woke, champagne socialists, the ones who talk down and hate Britain because the freedoms and achievements of our great islands stand as proof against the Marxist ideology that they pursue. Brexit returned independence and brought great opportunities to our nation. However, there has been a failure in the vision and courage needed to grasp those opportunities, and people are rightly and understandably frustrated. Our borders are insecure, immigration is not under control, policing is down and violent crime and antisocial behaviour are up. War rages in Eastern Europe, and whilst our allies hope for the best and prepare for the worst, we are neglecting our armed forces, perhaps more than we have ever done since the 1930s, and on that occasion it did not end well. We spend more on healthcare than most European countries, but have fewer beds, doctors and nurses. Many of our schools present pupils with an unbalanced and negative view of British history, from slavery in the Empire to the build-up to World Wars I and II. Freedom of speech is under attack, and a large proportion of the population feels unable to express their opinions. In all of this, the agenda of the left has dominated, and the voice of patriotic cultural conservatives has been pushed aside under repeated and persistent attempts to cancel it. The political parties have lost sight of their roots. Conservatism in particular has lost its meaning. Candidates are presented to us by all parties who are without any of the necessary attributes, and yet they tell us that we should vote for them not because they are competent, but because the others are even worse. Most of us, particularly on the culturally conservative, patriotic centre-right, are feeling politically ignored. The confidence and morale of the nation have been undermined by repeated failures in vision and leadership. Failures which have in turn allowed our society to become fragmented and unhappy. And I, like you, cannot ignore the damage being done. Damage that will continue to be done. Until someone, until you, until I, until we stand up and say enough. Now, there have been many calls for another political party or coalition on the centre-right. However, I think we all know that there is little chance of such a thing coming together successfully and even staying together within a political party framework. And perhaps, in any case, that is not what is needed. My friends, what is needed is a redefinition of the centre-right and of conservatism. The aim must be to give cultural conservatives a voice, and we must also enhance national leadership. Leadership with vision, leadership with knowledge, leadership with experience, leadership with determination and courage. For that reason, we have resurrected the movement that originally gave meaning and form to patriotic, one nation, cultural conservatism. The Primrose League. The Primrose League is a patriotic, mass membership organisation. The League is not a political party, and nor are we affiliated to any political party. We are open to everyone who is a culturally conservative patriot, whether they're from any political party or from none. Our purpose is to bring definition to conservatism and enhance the ascendancy of Britain, strengthen and broaden democracy, and counter the rising threat of new socialism. My friends, cultural conservatism is not about us. It is about the whole of the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland. It is bigger, broader, deeper and more important than any political party. It is about the nation, our people, our history, our culture and our character, and the achievements of those who made Great Britain great. We must come together, we must get going, get working, inspire others like ourselves, and if we can bring together enough of us, of like-minded people, then gradually that force will mount and gather strength. In the world today there is perhaps more chaos and there are more dangers than ever before. China, Russia and the socially subversive march of a new form of socialism, a form determined to disassemble our society by denigrating our history, by suppressing our heritage and our spirit, and by dividing our people. A form of socialism that highlights what makes us different rather than what unites us. It is in that world that we have to build a confident, optimistic, prosperous, secure and resilient future for our society, one founded on the values, heritage, customs, traditions and principles that have served our nation so well for centuries. And we will support those politicians and political parties who share our outlook and ambition for Britain, and who have the knowledge, the experience, the determination and the courage to pursue it. My friends, it is an immense responsibility, so join us. Because if we are going to succeed, we are going to have to succeed together.